The world of high fashion has just been shaken to its core, and the source of this seismic shift is none other than the Prince of K-pop himself. Imagine the scene at the prestigious Dior Autumn-Winter 2026 Women's Show, where the air was thick with anticipation and the glitterati were out in full force. Suddenly, a figure emerges, and the flashing bulbs of 1,000 cameras become a blinding blur of white light. It was a moment of pure fashion history in the making, and everyone present knew they were witnessing something truly extraordinary. The impact was so profound that even the giants of the industry had to stop and take notice. When Vogue China releases a list of the best dressed, it is not just a casual mention. It is a definitive seal of approval from one of the most influential fashion bibles on the planet. For Hyunjin to be featured prominently among the global elite is a testament to his undeniable charisma and his evolving status as a true fashion icon. The atmosphere surrounding the Dior event was electric from the start. Fans had gathered hours in advance, hoping for even a fleeting glimpse of their favorite stars. When Hyunjin finally arrived, the energy reached a fever pitch. He stepped out of the vehicle looking like he had just walked off a movie set or straight out of a high-end editorial spread. His choice of attire for the Dior show was a masterclass in modern elegance, blending classic silhouettes with a contemporary edge that only he could pull off. The way he carried himself with such poise and confidence showed a level of maturity that has become his trademark. It was not just about the clothes he was wearing, but the way he inhabited them. He did not just wear the outfit, he owned it. Every movement was deliberate, every glance toward the crowd was filled with that magnetic charm that has captured millions of hearts worldwide. This was not just a K-pop idol attending a fashion show. This was a global superstar claiming his rightful place in the fashion pantheon. As the images from the event began to circulate online, the digital world went into a complete frenzy. Social media platforms like Twitter and X were flooded with hashtags and photos as fans analyzed every single detail of his look. The consensus was immediate and unanimous. This was a visual for the history books. Netizens were quick to point out how his unique features complemented the aesthetic of the Dior collection perfectly. Some fans called him the visual king, while others remarked that he exuded main character energy throughout the entire evening. The sheer volume of engagement was staggering, proving once again that his influence extends far beyond the realm of music. He has become a focal point for fashion enthusiasts who admire his ability to push boundaries and experiment with different styles while always maintaining an air of effortless cool. The narrative of the evening unfolded like a perfectly scripted drama. From the moment he entered the venue to his interactions with other high-profile guests, every second was captured and shared by eagle-eyed fans. There was a particular moment when he was seen chatting with industry insiders, and the way he held his own in those circles spoke volumes about his professional growth. He looked completely at ease in the high-stakes environment of Paris Fashion Week, navigating the crowded rooms with the grace of a seasoned veteran. It is these small moments that truly resonate with the audience because they show the person behind the persona. For his dedicated supporters, seeing him succeed on such a massive stage is a source of immense pride. They have watched his journey from the beginning, and seeing him recognized by Vogue China is like a shared victory for the entire community. The selection by Vogue China is significant because it highlights his cross-cultural appeal. Being named among the best dressed by a major international publication is a huge milestone. It places him in the same conversation as some of the most established names in the entertainment and fashion worlds. This recognition is not just about a single outfit, but about his overall impact on the industry. He has a way of making even the most avant-garde pieces feel accessible and desirable. Designers are increasingly looking to him as a muse because he brings a fresh perspective and a massive global following to everything he touches. His presence at the Dior show was a clear indication that the fashion world is looking toward K-pop for inspiration and leadership in setting new trends. Let us dive deeper into the specifics of why this particular look worked so well. The tailoring was impeccable, hugging his frame in all the right places while allowing for fluid movement. The color palette was sophisticated, choosing to enhance his natural features without being overwhelming. It was a look that felt both timeless and incredibly current. This balance is difficult to achieve, but he made it look easy. It is this innate sense of style that separates a mere celebrity from a true fashion influencer. He understands how to use fashion as a form of self-expression and a way to communicate with his audience. Every choice he makes is a deliberate statement, and the world is listening. The reaction from the online community has been a mixture of awe and celebration. Fans have been creating fan art and video montages dedicated to this specific appearance. The memes have also been out in full force, with many joking that he has officially retired the concept of a bad hair day. This lighthearted engagement is a hallmark of the modern fan experience, where every event is turned into a cultural moment. There's a sense of collective joy when an idol receives this kind of prestigious validation. It reinforces the idea that hard work and authenticity eventually pay off on a grand scale. The discourse on forums and social media has been overwhelmingly positive, with even casual observers admitting that his fashion game is on a completely different level. This latest achievement is just another chapter in what is becoming a legendary career. He has consistently proven that he is not afraid to take risks, whether it's in his music or his public appearances. This boldness is what makes him so relatable to a younger generation that values individuality and creative freedom. He is a role model for many, not just because of his talent, but because of his willingness to be himself in an industry that often demands conformity. The fashion world has embraced him because he brings something unique to the table, a blend of traditional elegance and a rebellious spirit. As we look toward the future, one can only imagine what he will do next. With each appearance, he sets the bar higher for himself and for his peers. The partnership between K-pop and luxury fashion brands is only going to grow stronger, and he is at the very forefront of this movement. His influence is felt in every corner of the globe, from the runways of Paris to the streets of Seoul. He has become a bridge between different cultures and industries, proving that style is a universal language. What do you think was the most iconic part of his Dior look? Was it the perfectly styled hair, the choice of accessories, or simply that undeniable aura he brings to every event? The fashion world is constantly evolving, but it is clear that he is here to stay as one of its most important figures. We want to hear your thoughts on this incredible milestone. Are you surprised by the Vogue China ranking, or did you know from the moment he stepped out that he would be on that list? Make sure to join the conversation in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the latest fashion news and want to stay updated on all things related to your favorite idols, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Turning on the notification bell is the best way to ensure you never miss a beat in this fast-paced world of global entertainment. We have so much more exciting content coming your way, and we can't wait to share it with you. Thank you for being part of this community and for supporting the stars who inspire us every day. Until next time, keep shining and stay stylish. Building on this momentum of global recognition, the impact of Hyunjin presence at the Dior Autumn-Winter 2026 show extends far beyond a simple list of best-dressed individuals, as it signals a deeper structural shift in how luxury houses perceive and utilize their ambassadors. The fashion industry is notoriously difficult to impress, yet the synergy between his personal brand and the heritage of a house like Dior has created a blueprint for future collaborations. Analysts are pointing out that the engagement metrics generated by this single appearance outperformed traditional advertising campaigns by a significant margin, proving that his influence is an organic powerhouse that cannot be manufactured through standard marketing. This isn't just about a handsome face and a front-row seat. It is about a cultural phenomenon who understands the visual language of the digital age and uses it to communicate with a global audience across every time zone simultaneously. The sheer technicality of his Dior ensemble deserves further appreciation because it represents a bridge between high fashion and the effortless street style that defines modern youth culture. Industry insiders noted that the choice of fabric and the subtle architectural lines of the coat were designed to highlight his natural movement, a detail that becomes crucial when an idol is constantly being photographed from every conceivable angle by both professional paparazzi and thousands of fans. The way he manipulated the silhouette through his posture showed a sophisticated understanding of garment construction that is usually reserved for professional models. This level of professionalism is why Vogue China and other major outlets are paying such close attention. They see an artist who treats the sidewalk as a runway and the camera lens as an invitation to tell a story through fabric and light. Furthermore, the ripple effect of this appearance is already being felt in the retail sector, where pieces similar to those worn by him have seen a massive spike in interest and search queries. This is the tangible power of the celebrity effect in 2026, where a single well-timed appearance can dictate global shopping trends for the next 6 months. Netizens have been tracking the availability of the accessories he sported, creating a digital treasure hunt that keeps the brand relevant long after the actual runway show has ended. This level of sustained interest is rare and speaks to his ability to remain a central figure in the conversation even when he isn't actively performing on stage. He has effectively transformed himself into a living, breathing extension of the art he represents, making him an invaluable asset to the fashion world. Looking closer at the social dynamics of the event, the way he bridged the gap between different entertainment spheres was truly remarkable. Seeing him interact with Western actors and top-tier models showed that the barriers that once separated K-pop from the global mainstream have completely dissolved. He was not an outsider looking in. He was a guest of honor who commanded the room with a quiet but undeniable authority. This transition from a musical performer to a multi-dimensional cultural icon is what fascinates the industry the most. It suggests that his career trajectory is on an upward path that knows no bounds, with potential for even more significant collaborations in the realms of design or creative direction in the near future. As we continue to witness this incredible journey, it is clear that his influence is not a fleeting moment, but a lasting legacy in the making. Every appearance, every choice of outfit, and every interaction with the fashion elite serves as a building block for a future where he is recognized as one of the definitive icons of his generation. The recognition from Vogue China is just the beginning of a much larger narrative of global dominance and artistic evolution. What aspect of his fashion journey are you most excited to see next as he continues to break boundaries? If you want to stay at the very edge of these cultural shifts and never miss an update on his record-breaking achievements, make sure to engage with us and keep the conversation going. Hit that like button to show your support, leave your thoughts in the comments to help us grow this community, and subscribe for more deep dives into the world where high fashion meets the pinnacle of K-pop excellence. Your support makes it possible for us to bring you the stories that matter most. Stay tuned for our next update, because the world of fashion never sleeps, and neither do we.